Hi people, what's up? This is Snehal Lahoti from LEDX for criminology, and let me give a very brief introduction of myself. I have done BBA LLB from Symbiosis Law School, and then I went on to pursue Masters in Access to Justice from Tata Institute of Social Sciences. And we are connected through LEDX, which is a very innovative and creative online learning platform. It's a revolutionary method of learning law. Right now, as I said, I'm going to be dealing in the subject of criminology. So if we want to understand its meaning, let's first enter into the etymology of the word criminology. We see there are two words in this, right? Crime and logy. So we understand that logy comes from the Greek word logo, which is something like study of, a body of discipline of, or a body of knowledge of. So that is logy, right? So anything or a scientific study of crime as a social phenomena can be said criminology. In this particular module, we will be dealing with a lot of concepts, like we'll be dealing with the concept of crime, criminal, and the entire ambit of criminology, the schools that are there, the theories that are there in the criminology subject, and also a lot of other things like crime scenario vis-a-vis India and the world. I'll also take you through some very interesting topics like penology, that is the study of punishments, how effective a punishment is, what kind of punishment is effective for what kind of crime and what kind of criminal, right? All that comes under penology. Then we'll also study juvenile delinquency, that is the study of crime of people who are not very mature, whose intellect have not matured. We'll study about them, what is causing crime in delinquents or in juvenile delinquents, right? Then I also have a bonus for all the feminists out there, because I'll also be dealing with feminist criminology. In feminist criminology, we will be dealing with all the laws that are concerned with women, laws that protect women. We'll also understand that what happens when a woman commits crime, what are the special provisions for that. We'll also understand offenses that happen specifically against women, like acid attacks or domestic violence or rape, etc. So all that will come under feminist criminology. Now, by the end of this course, I believe you'll have a very good knowledge about a lot of topics that I just discussed. Apart from that, a lot of opportunities will open up for you after having good knowledge in criminology. You can enter into research, right? You can become a criminologist yourself. You can do different sorts of dissertations or thesis on this particular interesting topic, that is crime and its phenomena. Also, if you go on to become a criminal lawyer, or some of you might be wanting to go into the judicial line, then definitely the subject will help you a lot, because what are we understanding? We're understanding crime. How does it happen? How can we prevent it? What kinds of punishments are there for reformation? Or are punishments not required at all? How can reformation and rehabilitation happen? So let's say if you're a judge or you're a magistrate, then a good understanding of what kind of punishments or sentences you should award for reformation will definitely help you a lot. Right? Other than that, you can also take up some really interesting jobs, like you can become a parole officer or a probation officer and work for the betterment of your community and make it a safer place and a much better place to live in. So criminology, as we understand, it is a scientific study of causation, prevention, and correction of crime. Causation of crime. What is causing crime? We are understanding that. What are the factors? Are there some social factors, some psychological factors, some biological factors? What are these factors that are actually causing crime, right? Then we understand correction. How can criminal be corrected? How can he be reformed? Can he be rehabilitated in some way? We'll also study how can victims be rehabilitated in that sense. So all that is criminology. Then comes prevention. How can be crime prevented in the first place? How can the law enforcement agencies actually work? How can they be made more effective? How can the correctional institutions like prisons or reformation centers or rehabilitation centers be reformed in a sense? How can all that happen? All this comes under the study of criminology. So this particular word was coined by Paul Topinard. He was a French anthropologist and he was studying about the criminals anthropology, and that is how he coined this word in the year 1889. Okay, so I'll also give you some very important definitions from some really important people, right? So don't think of these definitions as, something that you have to mug up, or why do you have to study these definitions. These are very important because, these are coming from people who have dedicated their lives to criminology. So what is their take on what exactly it entails is very important. So Don C. Gibbons was a very famous criminologist. He defined criminology as entire body of knowledge regarding the causes and prevention of crime. We just studied causes and prevention, right? Then punishment and correction of criminals. Again, I mentioned that punishment or the study of punishment and how can crime be prevented and how can criminals be corrected. And then he said, and operation of correctional institutions and agencies. How do prisons or reformation centers or observation homes or shelter homes, how do they function? All this comes under criminology according to Don C. Gibbons. So another famous criminologist is Edwin Sutherland. He was a very famous sociologist actually of 20th century. He gave this definition that criminology includes within its scope the process of making laws, breaking laws, and reacting towards breaking of laws, right? This is the definition given by Edwin Sutherland. He said that there are three principal divisions of criminology. First, sociology of law. I hope you understand what is sociology. Sociology is the study of society, like human interactions, human communications, or you can say cultures. All that comes under sociology, right? So sociology of law. How is law perceived as a social phenomenon? Then he said it's a scientific analysis of causes of crime. Scientifically studying what is causing crime, right? And then he said crime control. Ultimately, what do we want? We want that crime should be controlled. The society should be safer. So these were the three principal divisions according to Edwin Sutherland. Then criminology is actually a subdivision of sociology itself. I just explained what is sociology. It is the study of society as a whole, right? Whereas subdivisions of criminology include subjects like penology. I just said it's something like the study of punishments. How effective are different punishments? So currently a very hot topic is in the society that what is the effectiveness of capital punishment. Now there are people who are actually going about and saying, okay, like whenever a very brutal rape happens, people go out on the streets and they are like, okay, hang the rapist. We want the rapists to be hanged. Okay, that is understandable. People out of their anger say that. But as a criminologist, as a student of criminology, you must make a very informed decision and you should understand, is capital punishment actually a deterrent for rapes? Or what exactly should be a deterrent for rape? Is it better law enforcement agencies, better reporting, or the difference in society mindset? What exactly is it? So once you understand effectiveness of a punishment, then you can make an informed decision and think, okay, now I think that since it is effective, I want capital punishment, or no, I have actually studied that capital punishment is not a deterrent and I do not support this. So this is my premise. So apart from penology, it also includes study of prisons, right? How are prisons perceived? Are they perceived as reformation centers, or are they perceived with a punitive element, or people are just put in there so that they cannot commit crimes anymore, right? Then it also includes biocriminology. We are discussing the subtopics of criminology. So it also includes biocriminology, like what are the physical characteristics of a person who is doing crime, or the study of biological basis of criminal behavior. It also includes feminist criminology. I just said that it is about the study of women and law, right? What are the laws that are related to women? What are the laws that are there to protect women from certain offenses, and how law deals with women on the wrong side of the law, right? Criminology is a multidisciplinary field. Okay, it draws on a lot of subjects. Like, it's not just one subject. It draws on psychology, because we understand what is criminal behavior, what is the psychology of a criminal, how does he perceive things, how does he understand things, etc. What is the psychology of people towards criminals, right? It also includes psychiatry, I just said biology, statistics, and various other disciplines are involved in this particular subject.